So now we've completed this cash flow, both lines 1 through 9 for the entire year, and lines 13 through 25, and actually all the way down through 30 for the entire year. He started the year on line 13 in January with how much in cash? $6,800, and he ends the year in December on line 28 with how much in cash? $7,400. During the year, his cumulative short-term debt goes from 0 up to what's the maximum number on line 29? 220. So it goes up to 220 and then back to 0 before the end of the year. A classic seasonal cycle, huh? Now, one might conclude that if he started with $6,800 in cash and ended with 74, he didn't do that well. But in the meantime, he borrowed 220 and paid it back. And what did he do down on line 30? We can't underestimate that. He's paying off his long-term debt. Now, what if that long-term debt had already been paid off? Where would that $36,000 end up if that long-term debt had already been paid off? It would be in cash, wouldn't it? So the idea is, once he gets out of debt, if he doesn't get back in, that's if, right? That's a big if. This will show up in cash. All right, we've plotted a pattern, and we've got it laid out in front of us. We've got 12 months with 30 lines. We've got 360 numbers, and it's a little mind-boggling, isn't it? So what we need to do now is have a way again. You know, one of my things that I'm into is we've got to draw a picture. In section 2, we drew a picture with the roadmap. In section 3, we drew a picture with the cups. Here in section 4, we need to do a picture as well. And you've got a graph there that I'd like you to take out. It's blank. And here's how it's structured. We're going to graph a couple of lines that are going to be really important. And so somewhere at the bottom of that, I'd just like you to write down these 3 lines that I want you to graph. Down the left-hand axis, you can see we've got dollars, right? Some are positive. We get down to a 0 line that's sort of highlighted. Are you with me on that? And then it goes negative, because in some of these we have negative numbers. We have brackets. And then we have January through December across the bottom. And it actually corresponds to a line, doesn't it? When you do the graph, do not try to put your number between January and February. Put it right on the January line, okay? And put the February one where? Right on the February line. Okay? I only say that because of past experience, all right? I realize no one here or out there would do this, but some who shall remain nameless did. Line 1. What is line 1 on your cash flow? Sales. We're going to graph line 1, total sales. Don't start yet. Line 9. What is line 9? Profit before tax, line 9, and line 25, which is what? Cash position. Now there's a couple of strategies here, one that I recommend and one that I don't. Again, based on prior experience. I would take all of the line 1s, put them in, and connect the dots. And then the 9s, and then the 25s. Or in reverse order, I really don't care. The point is, don't wait to connect them till you have 36 dots. It will be more difficult, but also more creative, okay? If it really doesn't work, do it that way. Then you'll confuse somebody, right? So do them one line at a time and graph them out. And when we get back together, we'll see if your graph looks like mine.